Alright, let's do a quick demo of the Qarhami app on the cell phone. We have a web version of it as well, but let's go to the cell phone first. When you log in, you're presented with the dashboard. This is where most of the actions will take place. Your first section is your map, your second one is your search vehicle section, and the third one is your vehicle card. Let's start with the search vehicle. For Turo hosts, of course, we're looking to grow our fleet. Right now on this account, there's about 8 cars, and a lot of the times it's really important for us to do actions really quick. So the search vehicle here is section is very extensive, where you can search anything about the car, and you'll be able to quickly go to the car. So if I search for a number plate SSH, it'll bring up the 2023 Honda Accord that I have, or I could just say I want the black vehicles that I have, and it'll bring up the 2013 Honda Accord and the Mercedes. Or I can search blue, it'll bring up the blue cars. Or I can search a VIN number, or I can search the name, any custom name that I want to set. So this search vehicle here section is pretty extensive to quickly find cars, because we also have hosts that have about 130 vehicles on this that are using this app. So it's really important for them to quickly find the car. Um, uh, then let's move on to the vehicle card, and I can show this to you on the vehicle card. I'll send you a separate video to show you how the buttons work, or how the lock unlock works. But here you have your lock button, here you have your unlock button, here you have your enable engine button, and here you have your kill engine button. Kill engine of course will disable the engine, enable engine will enable the engine, unlock and lock is pretty obvious. Then let's talk about these 4 buttons up here. I'll come to this button later, but this one will refresh the location of the vehicle for you. This one will honk the horn for the car, and this one is information about the car that you can quickly access. So here the location was refreshed, and you'll get a notification up there. And then let's go to this information button. Once you go there, you can view all the information about the car, or you can edit it and change anything: color, model, make, year, and the vehicle name. Vehicle name, you can have anything you want, of course, whatever helps your operations to be able to find these cars quickly. So let's turn that off and then focus on the map. On the map, you get to see all your vehicles. They're all grouped together as you zoom out. So if I zoom out, I have 8 cars that are in Houston. And then the fun part is that I can click any of my vehicles and it'll take me to it. So it'll zoom into it. And similarly, I can also, if I go back out on the map, if I click any vehicle, it'll zoom into it. And when it zooms into it, you get this information. You can navigate to the car really quick. It'll open up on maps, or you can see the address. And then that's pretty much it. You can go to the satellite view and see exactly where the car is at. And that's pretty much it on the dashboard. Let's go to the next section. All right, let's go really quick to vehicles. With vehicles, you can manage all the vehicles that you have. You can search, like I showed you. This search vehicle is also extensive, just as our dashboard. You can quickly find a vehicle, and you can view the vehicle, and it's the same screen that you see earlier that you can access with a quick action button and change. So vehicles is pretty straightforward. When you get a device installed, you'll click the add vehicle button. Device serial number, when you click that down, let's suppose you bought 2 devices, it'll show those first 2 serial numbers, and then your installer will tell you which serial number they installed in which vehicle, and then you'll just select that and quickly add your information and add the vehicle. Once you've added that vehicle, that one serial number will go away, and then you'll only be left with the ones that are not installed yet on your app. So that's pretty much it on the vehicles. All right, let's move to geofences. Now, I'm pretty sure you're familiar with geofences, but you can basically go into the map and create a section or area where you want to be notified when the vehicle enters it or exits it. So you can go quickly and search an address. So let's suppose I want to search Austin. I'll click Austin, it'll take me to Austin, and then I can select the radius. So I could select a 20-mile radius and select the entire Austin area, or whatever I want, 25 miles, 30 miles, whatever it is. And once I do that, I'll just go ahead and add it. I'll add a name to it, so I can say Austin, Texas, and then I can select all the vehicles or whatever vehicle, specific vehicle I want. And then similarly, once I've done that, I just do save geofence and add that geofence to that vehicle. And then you can also manage your existing geofences. So I have 2 right now. I can view that geofence, and it'll show me, this is my geofence. And then I can edit that geofence, edit the vehicles on the geofence, um, which vehicles I want. So right now, if I say view geofence, if I go to edit that geofence, and if I go here on this one, edit that geofence. So right now I don't have any car that's selected for this specific geofence, whereas if I go here, all my cars are selected for this geofence. So I'm not going to get any notification for this one, but I will get a notification for this one. I can go ahead and delete and add a new one if I need to. If I need to update this, you can do that. So that's your geofences. All right, now let's dive into tracking. You can also access the tracking tab from here. So this first button that I was talking about, and let's just look at the blue Tiguan right here, and I'm going to click this and it'll take me to tracking. It automatically searches for the same day. Right now it's 12:50 a.m. So of course today, in the last 50 minutes, there hasn't been any activity, so I'm not seeing anything. But I can go here and I can select Monday, and if I double click it and then double click it again, it'll automatically select the whole Monday starting from 12 a.m. to 23:59 p.m. and I can press get data and it'll pull up all the information. So the ignition was turned off right here, and then I can go back and just look at every single granule packet that I received from the device information, and just follow that through. So on periodic, ignition on, ignition off, on periodic, on periodic, on periodic. On periodic is every 30-second update when the ignition is on, and then ignition off, and then you can go however far you want. So they started their day, ignition on at this location, and then they went, I can go in there and I can go to ignition off. So they came back. So they made a whole trip without turning the car off and came back to where they started from. So there's a lot of information here. You can also go here and see the voltage information at that time, the speed on the odometer. And we have a lot more coming on the tracking side of it. You'll be able to see specific trips, and you'll be able to see all these packet items that came every 30 seconds plotted on the map, so you can have a good overview of what that trip was about. So we've got a lot of more features coming in on tracking, on the tracking side. So let's move on from tracking and go to shared access. All right, shared access. So shared access is basically specific feature for Turo hosts. When you want to share your car, let's suppose you have a trips that's booked and you want to share the access to the car, you can manually create a shared access for whatever time you want for whichever vehicle you want. So you can go here, you can select your vehicle. Let's suppose I want to create it for the van, and I want to start at today at 10 a.m. whatever time, and then you can select your till 6 p.m. and just add it. By the way, the UI on this will be updated by the end of this week. We do updates on the app every 2 weeks, pretty much, or 3 weeks, but definitely an update every month, once a month, and fix bugs or any add new features. So we're consistently growing the app as we go. So anyways, you'll be able to add this. The shared access link will copy itself. I'll send you a separate video to show you how all of those shared accesses work. But it's a link that you can share with your guest. When they open that link, they'll be able to lock the car, unlock the car, and locate the car. And they'll only be able to do it at your allotted time. So whatever time you allotted. Before that, it'll give them a timer of when their access will be enabled. So it's a really handy feature. It really helps when you're renting on Turo. If somebody's going to pick your car up at 11 a.m. or early morning 6 a.m., you just share that link with them and they'll be good to go. They don't have to reach out to you, or you don't have to unlock the car for them. From shared access, I'll actually go to this trips side. Now this is a very cool feature that actually we're the only ones in the market that currently have that. And this is Turo integration. Now there is one more competitor that does have Turo integration, but the way we've done Turo integration is amazing. It's similar. Um, as you can see, it's showing me all my upcoming trips in a slightly same way that you see on Turo. So you're used to seeing this page, and what how it works is, as soon as you receive a trip on your Turo app, within a minute, our app will pick it up and show this trip over here. And it won't just show the trip over here, but it will also create a shared access link for that trip by itself. So now you really don't need to use the shared access page, because you can come into the trips and just copy this link and then share it with the guest. That's it. Only 3 clicks to quickly sharing access, and that's actually very important when you have more cars or when you're looking to scale your operations. The way we've done it is amazing, in my opinion, and I don't think anybody else has implemented this feature in that way. So all my upcoming trips are right here. If the customer, let's suppose, cancels the trip, then this it'll go away. So we will update this if the trip gets cancelled. If they extend the trip, their time will automatically be extended on that link, so you don't have to go inside and change anything. If they shorten the trip, their time will shorten itself. So once you've sent the link to the guest, you don't have to do anything at all. Everything will be automatic. So right now it'll show me my ongoing trips right now as well, and it'll show me the history of all my trips as well. The really cool thing that we're working on is being able to send that link automatically to the guest as well. We actually are able to extract the phone number of the guest as well from your trip integration. So we've got a lot of cool features planned with this specific trips integration, Turo trips integration, and that's really where it'll our application will shine in helping Turo operations to grow.